What's up, guys? Welcome back to Revelation 11:27, where we speak the truth and nothing but the truth, and where you can be yourself. Because what better place than a place where you could be yourself? Now that's amazing. Let's see what the energy is. Yeah. Okay, so, we all need a little bit of advice. It's always good to be open and not closed off and not act like you know it all. Okay. We have awakening. So maybe you're seeing things in a new perspective. Something has happened recently where it's opened your eyes, it's opened your mind. Maybe it's even opened your heart. And when this happens when you take time to reflect, to meditate. And this is amazing, because see how the angel is like upside down? He's like awakened to something that he didn't see before. Maybe you have a new perspective about something. Maybe you feel like we have the 9 of fire here, right? 9 of fire. Fire has everything to do with protecting what's yours, with passion. Confirmation with the little bird. 2 birds, lovers. And this awakening, right? This new realization, this new perspective, maybe with the 9 of fire here, maybe is making you want to protect someone that maybe in the past you didn't. Maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you didn't do that in the past because you were allowing yourself to be guided by people with distorted mentality, right? You were allowing yourself to be guided by people who had a yellow butterfly, who had second motives, who were maybe lying and gossiping about someone else. But you taking time to reflect and you allowing for that new perspective to come in, you're like, hey, no, I'm gonna protect this person because I really care about this person. Look how the lady's standing there with the angel behind her. Remember, energy is fluid, so it could be a man or a woman. And you're not backing down, right? You're not letting anyone abuse and disrespect this new person. That is why we have a renewal here, because that is renewing everything. That is changing everything. And for this renewal, you had to reflect. For you to even have this awakening, you had to reflect. You had to self-evaluate about your past actions. Maybe you were just letting everyone talk shit about this person. But no, you've awakened to that. And now you're ready to fight for this person and protect this person. That is the renewal that the world needed. And look, we have the sun. Meaning that you're on the right path. Meaning that you coming together with this person and you having this new sense of perspective, right? It's allowing you to be selfless, meaning that you're no longer just thinking about yourself, and you're allowing yourself to be guided by your intuition, to be guided by the universe, to be guided by God, and that is allowing for the renewal of your life to come in. And look, after the renewal is the sun. That is where you're supposed to be. Maybe it took a while for you to get here, but as long as you get here, that is all that really matters, right? So we got 3D. So this is happening right now. It's happening around you, around us. In the now. Maybe you were so busy before that you didn't have time to think about what you needed. Maybe you were so busy enough to just let everyone push you around, and to just let everyone disrespect this person. Those people were pushing you around, and you kind of let go of what you really wanted in life. You kind of let go of your goals. You kind of let go of your passion. But not anymore, right? Yeah, and maybe the people that you separated yourself from to have this renewal, to have this awakening, maybe those people were always trying to prove shit to people. Like, oh, I'm the one. I'm the divine one. I'm the magical one. I'm this. I'm this. And they were doing things to prove things that are not true. And come on, these things that these people do to prove shit to other people is causing them to harm someone else, or maybe defame someone else's character, or make false allegations about someone else, so they could prove whatever it is that they're trying to prove. But come on. That's why they're trying to prove something to you. And they do all these other things on the background. To prove whatever it is that they're trying to prove. And look, with the sun here and with the renewal, right? And you stepping up on your divine path is getting you, let's see how I put this, is allowing you to get closer to that person that you are now protecting, that you are now defending, right? And there's chemistry between both of you guys, physically, mentally, emotionally. There's gonna be bomb sex. That's what I wrote on the card. Because that's what happens when a divine union comes together. You make love. You feel the love. And it cannot be faked. That is amazing. That's what you get for walking away from these people. And that's what you also get from awakening. Seeing people that maybe you thought had good intentions for you, seeing them for truly who they are, by their actions, not by what they say. Nope. And look what we're speaking about. We're speaking about you, divine masculine. You have the authority to protect, to make your divine feminine feel safe and feel loved. And this union will still have your morals, will still include your integrity and your values all together into one. And I think that is beautiful. Why? Because you're over all of these mind games. You're over all of these malicious, narcissistic people trying to get in the way of you and your love life, trying to get in the way of you and your career. And they do that with lies, right? They play with your mental. And I'm not gonna lie, right? They just play with your mind. That's why I drew a little brain there. A lot of the times, these people try and put up like this story so you can believe them. And their story may be a little bit tempting, and you may want to believe them, but that is when you have to be emotionally wise, as well as being logical, and knowing when to use one versus the other. And that was all a part of your awakening. You figuring out what was really going on. You really figuring out where the confusion was coming from. Where the lies were coming from. And it has also allowed you to see someone that you were maybe interested in for truly who they are, not for what other people were portraying them to be, so you guys couldn't come into union. That is amazing. That is growth. And I think, no, I don't think, that is what had to happen. It had to happen like that. You had to be confused in order for you to be clear. You had to have lost yourself in order to have found yourself again. And that was your goal, right? Your goal was to come into union with someone that you love, with someone that you're attracted to. That's always been your goal. And these people were trying to get in the middle of that by creating lies and illusions and gossip. And what happens now that you figure that out? These people feel disturbed. Look how dead they are. You see that? You see that photo? It's like the girl is like climbing over the man, kind of like trying to keep him trapped. They're irritated. They're irritated that you've really found your path. And they're irritated that now you get to be happy while they get to experience all of the consequences that all those lies and gossip have. And look, those are the consequences. Confinement, them in prison for committing crimes. For altering medical documents, for falsifying court documents, for character defamation, for identity theft, for so many things, for illegally spying. That's what they get. That's where they deserve to be. in prison. While you, my dear one, and your divine feminine will be happy. AF. Like this. Sweet dreaming next to each other. Comfortable. Being satisfied, being fulfilled. I think that's beautiful. So good job. Good job, Divine Masculine. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.